What's going on? Why are we all...
It's closed. Government.
It's closed?
Yeah, you
Like
didn't pay your taxes.
Oh, darn it. I don't have to. I'm not from this country.
You're not even a citizen. But yeah, it's closed, and we're trying to figure out Plan B.
So this is S Tree Campground in Daniel Boone National Forest, and this is where the whole group was planning on staying. We've probably had about 20 people showing up tonight to camp here, but it is closed. It's gated off. You should be able to see behind me how it's closed there. So we can't stay here. So we may have to check out some of the national forest land and just find somewhere else to camp. What are you doing?
It's Vaseline-soaked cotton balls.
I don't want to know what you do with that.
Dryer lint.
All right, go on, show us the magic.
Was the Equinox when White companies that made them? They were expensive. Now everybody makes them. But these are also a lot heavier than the mayflies or the Helinox.
Yeah.
So I decided to travel light and easy this weekend when it comes to food. I got my little jet boil going on here. And I got one of these little easy meals from Walmart. This one's from Backpacker's Pantry. It's kind of expensive at $10, but it looks really good. It's fettuccine alfredo with some chicken in there. All I need to do is boil up 2 cups of water, pour it in, and let it sit. So I'll let you know how it is. Like a mushy mess.
How is it, Rob?
It is really good. There's a lot in here too.
I can say that on at least the big dinners, you know, they have the 2 different sizes, the small ones and the big ones. I never once, have felt hungry after I finished eating it.
Yeah, it says it's 2 servings. I'm going to eat as much as I can. I do think this is enough in here to share with someone. I'm not going to be able to finish it. So this is what we dealt with last night. It's just been constant rain, and that's supposed to continue throughout the day. Half the group stayed here at S Tree, or just spaced out along the edge of the trail near S Tree, and then half the group went up to Turkey Foot Campground. And I'd say we're about an hour or 2 away from Turkey Foot, so we're going to head out up to Turkey Foot. Hopefully the trails aren't too muddy. We'll see how it goes. Taking the back roads on the Kentucky Adventure Tour from S Tree to Turkey Foot took just over 2 hours, so we arrived with minutes to spare. We were directed to the very back of a long line of vehicles for the ride with the East Tennessee Overlanders.
Hey guys, everybody that's rolling in right now, Rob, you're up front, hang a right, go up the hill to put you in the rear of the line.
There's a lot of people.
going to try to make this quick, get everybody back in the trucks and out of the rain. We've got quite a few vehicles. Today's route is going to be fairly simple. We're going, through national forest. It's not going to be anything super hard or anything like that. If you're uncomfortable with anything that we're about to go through, if you need a spotter, that's fine. Do not be afraid to raise your hand and go, hey, I need something, guys. Get on the comms.
We had started at S Tree Campground that morning shortly before 9, taking the KAT into Turkey Foot Campground at 11. The route for the day followed more of the KAT north, over the Kentucky River, through multiple water crossings, to Callie's Campground between Slade and Stanton.
I'm ready to see this thing in action. I've got the camera rolling. You told me all about it, but I've never seen it go.
It's really cool how it just kind of goes up. Not a whole lot of setup going into it. Up and over. Yeah.
Is this the annex?
Yes, so it's definitely more stuffing with the front annex, but it covers your kitchen, all your living space, and
which when it's like this you're gonna want.
Right.
With just the push of a button, the camper inflates itself in minutes.
And that's it. 5 minutes. The hardest part is now, there's nothing, I mean, you could just sit and have a drink. Stand and watch.
But look away for 2 minutes and it's done.
Yeah, it's just about there.
This thing's like a castle.
Where are we going?
Going to Mi Finca in Stanton, Kentucky.
What are we getting at?
I don't know what we're getting there, but I'm getting some fajitas.
Mexican.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's gonna be so nice to have some hot food after this cold, wet day. We're all soaked to the skin.
The parking lot is for this. Never.
By the time we got back from eating, the rain had dried up and the fire was going strong. Overnight, the temperatures had dropped rapidly, going from the mid-40s to the mid-teens. There'd been a light icing, and snow was coming down as everyone started getting up. The rapid drop in temperatures had led to some problems. So what are you doing?
Trying to get the door unstuck.
A little cold out this morning.
They're both unlocked. Does anyone have, like, either a pry bar or a really thin flathead?
Stuck down here.
After about 30 minutes of heating from the Mr. Buddy, the door finally opened. While the rest of the group went on a sightseeing tour of the Red River Gorge, I went out to check out some of the frozen trails. Scott and Christina joined me in their Ford Ranger, which they affectionately nickname the Franken Ranger. You'll see why. We went up and checked out Spars Creek. That's what we're on now. We're just on a very southern section of it. The southern section has a lot of gravel and a lot of creek beds that's solid. Further up, as you go north, it gets very mudded and rutty, and I really didn't want to go up there and destroy or tear up the trails. So we turned around and we're heading back out. It's absolutely beautiful out here in the snow, but I think it's time to head home.